Well, folks, I gotta get back on here sooner or later. Figured we'd let I don't know, the president there get settled in. Figured there'd be a lot of people out there commenting on everything. Why do you need me to comment on it, too? I mean, come on, really? So, my perspective on things is a little different, but he'll definitely do a better job. I mean, I'll tell you what, he's done more than in the first week than that Biden guy did in all 4 years. Matter of fact, he might have done more in his first week. I might not go that far, but I will go this far. By the time the guy's got probably 3 months in, he's probably done more than Biden did in his whole career. Yeah. I think it's good that people, you need to stay on the government. You got to, I mean, stay on them in a nice way. Tell them what your concerns are. Tell them why you want this and that, and not just the federal government, but the state government too. It's time to stay on these people. You know, I mean, especially people like that Newsom and well, that mayor down over there too, and Pritzker, that governor there in Illinois. You got to let these people know what they do is not acceptable. And next time around, well, they may not be your guy. You know, move them on down the road. Same thing with people in the Senate and the House. Let them know they're not going to tolerate it. But what I did want to bring up was this: a lot of times, I put out a video about qualified immunity, and people they must not care. So that's okay. Something that might affect you in the future, and so on and so forth. Who'd really care about it? I mean, when it comes to you and your rights and that, I mean, why would you care? So we're going to go a step further and talk about what the police do besides releasing wild, vicious animals on you and let them chew the shit out of you, which they're allowed to do because the Supreme Court must allow it because they do it. And then they put hollow points in their weapons and shoot you with them. I mean, they crash their cars into you and try to cause you to have an accident to end the whatever pursuit they seem to think they're justified in doing so, putting your life and many others at risk, chasing people down the road at high speed, multiple units in pursuit, causing risk to everyone on the road and themselves too. I mean, the list of stuff goes on and on. I'm not going to sit here and just keep listing things and this and that. What I'm getting at is this: we have a world court. It's called The Hague. And why do you think in wars you only use full metal jacket, not hollow points? Because they deemed it to be inhumane. And they didn't allow dogs and things like that to rip the crap out of you because that was considered inhumane. There's something called human rights, okay, and that's what I'm going with. Is the Hague has a jurisdiction over the world and human rights. So if you don't get satisfaction in your courts because of these officers, or anybody for that matter, try seeing what it takes to let the World Court, The Hague, decide something. I mean, that's really what we need to do. And this damn piece of shit keeps dinging. Anyhow, that's where I'm going with it. You can't get satisfaction in one place, go to another jurisdiction that has jurisdiction over the planet. I mean, they signed treaties and everything else to say, yep, the World Court, The Hague. I mean, George Bush and a few others are considered war criminals, and so if they leave the country, they could be arrested. Well, if Trump keeps doing what Trump's doing, and I think it was like after 10 years after you're president, they took a thing where they could take your detail, circuit service, and that, and pull it. I mean, 10 years seems reasonable. I mean, like he said, I mean, how long are we supposed to be paying for these guys for their details and giving them, top secret clearance? They're not president anymore. I mean, they're a civilian. They're not in office or anything else for that matter. So, folks, just remember, we're probably going to have a little lull here, from where we were at with Biden and Trump, and where we're going with Trump. There'll probably be a little lull, and kind of maybe come back up because Trump's got to get some more ducks in a row here before things will. Hopefully, I'm wrong, but we'll probably have a little lull between the two because he's got to do something with interest rates. Then he's got to borrow a whole bunch of money to keep things going this way, or maybe even go up a little and then come down into what he's talking about with tariffs and so on and so forth. And, cutting costs, the whole 9 yards. I mean, to me, he's doing nothing any different than you wouldn't do with a business. The only thing is with government just eats up money. They don't produce anything but trouble for everyone else. And that's what he's trying to do is pull the reins in, get government out of your life so you can live. That's right, so you can live. Life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. So he's trying to give you that. So, hey, hopefully that'll come about. I mean, he's making a good dent on these illegal that well, criminals. They're all criminal because they came into the country illegally against our laws, and that right there is criminal. But I mean, at least they're not a violent offender, and that's what he's trying to get rid of is the violent ones. First, he says, which doesn't matter to me. I mean, if you have someone that's an illegal and they happen to be there and then they happen to get tied up in it all, oh, you're here, oh, okay, well, we got you now, so we'll just get rid of you now instead of hunt you down later. You're going to do it anyway, so just get her done. And I think, that's a smart thing to do. Why do it twice? Do it once and get rid of them. So, and this, he knows because of the 14th Amendment that, anchor babies. He knows it's going to be, pushed into the Supreme Court. He knows that. But the Supreme Court, I'm no law scholar or anything, but if the Supreme Court has a pea-sized brain, which sometimes I wonder, between all of them, they should have a pea-sized brain. I mean, these are smart people, don't get me wrong. But smart people can also manipulate things in a certain way because they are smart and they can do that and make it sound reasonable. Well, the way I mean, I'm sure Trump's looking at it this way too. If a couple from Germany come over here and the wife happens to be pregnant and she has a baby in I don't know, it doesn't matter what state, Texas, and she gives birth to this baby, that baby does not automatically become an American citizen. Why? because the husband and wife are German. The baby is a German citizen. Okay, might have been born here, but the husband and wife are German. Make sense? Now, if you marry a Canadian or a Mexican, doesn't matter, and you have a baby in the United States because you're married, well, okay, yeah, I see that. The child is now Mexican baby, in, and it might possibly have dual citizenship because let's say mother or father's Mexican. Well, the child was born here; it's going to have American citizenship, and it may have Mexican citizenship. And the same thing with Canada. Husband or wife is Canadian, the other's American citizen, and they have a baby here and the baby probably has dual citizenship. Vice versa too. If the child's born in Canada but the husband or wife is American citizen, the child probably has citizenship here also because of the father or the mother. You see that, and that's what the bottom line is here. If you're not a naturalized citizen or you don't have citizenship, if you're born here and you don't have citizenship, neither one of your parents do, you're whatever country that those people came from. I mean, let's say one's French and the other's German, and they have a baby and they're on a cruise ship, and and it docks in Florida. She has the baby, and on the ship, but in our waters even. Well, okay, well, it's either a French or a German baby. That's for them to fight it out over there. Just because it's born here in our waters or our land, it doesn't really matter. It doesn't make it automatically an American citizen because the parents are what? Oh, that's right, French and German. They can figure it out over there which they want to be, or they get dual citizenship. I don't know. Don't really care. But you understand my point. See, now let's see if these people can get it right. See? So there's a lot of things that are going to happen and go on here, and if you've noticed one thing, what have you noticed? We're still here, aren't we? All these preppers, and I'm not saying I'm not putting them down. I mean, I believe it is prudent to be prepared for things, but I don't believe you need a grocery store in your basement, and I don't believe you need, I don't know, enough ammo for a small army. I mean, it's good to have some. It's good to have some extra food. That's just being prudent. Have some extra water. That's just good things to have. You know, I mean, if you live in a colder climate, it's nice to have maybe a extra means of to produce heat to stay warm. So if power goes out, you can stay warm for a reasonable amount of time, and sometimes I don't know, if you have a severe ice storm and a lot of trees are down and take down a lot of power lines, I don't know. I mean, you could be out maybe 3-4 weeks without power. Now, there you might have to do some extreme, and hopefully you got a wood burner. If the trees are down, cut them up, man. Just stay out of the power lines, all right? Just don't get hooked up in one of those. What I'm saying is be mindful of your surroundings. But the thing of it is we're still here. We're not blown up, okay? And what's his name? I'm not even going to mention these people's name because they're not even worth mentioning. Because it's all about monetization and getting paid. My attitude: get a job. I mean, most of these people out here, they make a little thing every 15 minutes, 20 minutes, a little, thing like this, and they get on here constantly, all day long. They make a little 15, 20 minute thing. An hour later goes by, another one. Another hour and a half, and make another one. They just keep doing it all day long. And the thing of it is you've already probably watched it and listened to it and heard it already. But you're watching their crap too. You know, the one thing that I always hate, and you can probably see that I don't do it, and I don't like to do it, is you go back and you have to explain from the very beginning of why this is happening and why this happened and this and this and this and this and that. And you got to set up the scene. You got to set up the narrative. You got to set it all up for these people. You're smarter than that. It's like when a news broadcaster has on somebody and they got, I don't know, 5 minutes. And they talk for three, setting all this up, saying what they want to say. And then, I don't know, hell, you know, the person you had come on might have a minute to speak. Why even have them on? Why even go back onto their show? I mean, it's real simple. You say, hey, you got Kennedy. He happens to be here, and everybody knows, you know, he's going to be the health guy. Tell us what you want to talk about. Tell us what you want to say. There you go. Any late breaking news you want to talk, and that's it. You don't sit there and waste the guy's time. You let him speak a good majority of what time frame you have. Just let him go at her. People stand then the first thing. Oh, click and subscribe if you like my video. It's like, I haven't even watched your video yet. Why the hell am I clicking and subscribing? Maybe I don't like your videos. Maybe you bore the shit out of me, like I do. So, why? Oh, buy my gold. Buy my meals. Buy my ready to eat meals that get shipped to my door. Okay. Like you can't go down to the grocery store and pick out a TV dinner if that's how you like your food. I mean, I don't know. There's a lot of times. I mean, I don't go to the store often, but when I do, I peruse the aisles and stuff just to see what they have. And sometimes when I walk in, they'll have some kind of steak or something like that, fish even, and they'll have some vegetables in there with it, and some potato and some other stuff like that. So it's like, I mean, here's the whole meal, just like they're trying to sell you on whatever. People, they're just trying to hook you in. It's like, who cares? I mean, just because they're out there doing this, and the other thing is one great and wonderful. I mean, they want to make you drink things. It's like, I don't know if I got any stuff in here or not. Oh, I got things to drink. Yep, I got more stuff to drink. Let's see what else we got here. Oh, that's right. We got more stuff to drink. Yes, sir. We got lots of stuff to drink. Let's see what else. Oh, I got more over there, too. Let's see if I can even grab it. If I can reach it. I don't know. Here we go. There we go. Got more. Yeah, let that thing go. So I see we got more to drink. So I got lots of things. Oh, I think I even might have some more over here. Ah, this is what I was looking for. Look. It won't show you that. Look here. See, look. This was in a truck. I bought a truck. That was in it. Oh, they're dropping things. That was in it. It's still sitting here in the drawer. And the thing we won't show you. Yep. Oh, well, yeah, like right here, too. Okay, here's some more. Yeah. Good. Yep, gotta have things to drink. I would rather go buy stuff like that than that. I don't know, whatever that crap is in the bag. I mean, really, people, if you're gonna go buy that stuff, I don't know, man. There's all kinds of health food stores all over. Hell, Walmart carries this stuff, whole 9 yards, and it probably is cheaper. I mean, just because somebody's drinking it doesn't mean you need to. Just like the other stuff here I showed you. Just because you don't have to be drinking that stuff if you don't want to. You know. So anyhow, we're all still here and they're not blown up yet. Imagine that. We haven't had some huge major attack yet. I'm not saying it ain't coming because what Trump's doing may piss a lot of guys off throughout the whole world. And who knows what'll happen. But Canada, 51st state. How about Iceland? You know, we own Puerto Rico, Philippine Islands. We own some other stuff out there too. We own them. Okay, we just haven't made them states, but we own them. My attitude's this: Taiwan. Why don't we make Taiwan a 51st state? Then guess what? China has a huge problem. Then go invade. Well, it's not Taiwan. It's the United States. We own it now. It's under our control. All of a sudden, they're sitting back going, "Holy shit, this ain't cool." They just worked out a deal. And stop and think about it. Really, I mean, probably the Taiwanese probably don't care. Hell, they might even have things better off if they actually come along for the ride, like Canada and Greenland and the rest of them. Come along for the ride, man. You might like it. So that's my thoughts on a few things. That's why I haven't got on here, just because I'm letting things just kind of wash out, let it fall into its own little pocket, you know. So plus I've been busy. Yeah, we're just busy doing stupid things like that. I can't sit real well. Anyway, doing things like that. So, anyways, so I gotta get on here and let you know I'm still alive. We all are alive. And I'll tell you what, hopefully, they'll get this drug shit under control. And I'll tell you what, I wouldn't screw with the cartel one bit. Not 1 minute. Illegals are one thing. You know, even though they've done some horrendous things, some of them have, and if they put their hands up and go along peaceably, great. Okay? They don't take a prisoner. I mean, my attitude about it is you need to put up these signs like they did in the old days, the old West. Put them up on a FBI poster thing. Put it in the newspaper. Plaster it everywhere on hell. The news is going and it just keeps scrolling. Wanted, wanted with their name and their picture. Wanted, name and picture. You know, just keep doing that throughout the whole day. We got news channels. Just keep doing it, plastering it out there. Hell, websites, plaster it out there. Bounty hunters, man, they want to go after these guys and make some money. Go for it, man. $5,000 bounty, $10,000 bounty. Last known place, blah blah blah. Yeah. And my thing is, when you put a wanted poster up, dead or alive, preferably dead, but okay. So, but the cartels is a whole nother story. Those guys, I wouldn't even give them a chance. If it was me, I wouldn't give them a chance. Those people, they're everything they do is out of trying to make people scared. Fear. They're ruthless, and they want you to be scared. Well, hopefully Trump sends in our elite tier 1 people. hopefully there won't be any doubt whatsoever in anyone's mind, including theirs, that they're going to win anything. They'll just earn a spot in a mass grave, and that's where it would be, a mass grave. I wouldn't bother sorting things out. It'd just be like take pictures of their face and take some fingerprints. Yep, you got that one, you got this one, and just throw them in a mass grave. I mean, if you need to, chop their hands off and their head off, and you got proof they're dead. I mean, I really don't know why you'd have to do that. You take pictures, but you know. But yeah, I would not have any mercy on cartels whatsoever. Period. None. And I wish Trump would get out there and settle this once and for all. Constitutional carry throughout the whole country, everywhere, everywhere. Yep, that's right. And he needs to tell people you need to be able to protect yourself, and that's why I'm doing it. Somebody tries to smack you in the back of the head, shoot him. Trying to jack your car, shoot him. Trying to rake in your house, shoot him. Trying to hurt you, shoot him. Now it's your responsibility to go out and get proficient with a weapon. And most people don't have any business owning an autoloader. Unless you're an advanced shooter, then that's another story. But most people, a good revolver will do you fine. Especially old people. Well, a lot of women too. You know, trying to rack the slide on some stuff. I mean, the old elderly, they just don't have the strength. And then they gotta, rack the dimps, the magazine in, so it latch, and then you got to build fill the damn magazine up. A lot of elder people, they have arthritis in their hands and fingers and stuff, and the strength isn't there. A revolver will work out beautiful for them. Beautiful. And I mean, my attitude on a revolver is you should buy something that'll at least shoot 357. Shoot 38s through it. But you have the option of shooting 357 if you need to. But you can shoot 38 through it all day long and probably be just fine. 22 mags, yeah, I mean, it'll still do the number, but the wound cavity isn't as great. They might be like, oh shit, that hurt. Well, with 357, that just, yeah, makes a big difference. Anyhow, folks, you all have a good one. I rambled on long enough. Hopefully you got something out of this. Probably didn't. But hey, such is life. Oh, also, keep praying. Keep praying for your people. So, you need to keep praying for this president. You might not agree with everything he's doing, but by God, at least he's doing more than I could say for most. And he thinks he's doing what's right, and that's a good thing. I mean, what I think's right, what you think's right, we all have different opinions and different views on things, and that's not a bad thing. That's a good thing. It kind of helps keep people and society in check. But you can't blame a man or a woman for believing what they're doing is the right thing. I mean, I'm talking about for the masses. When they put their own personal goals and such on, and put them aside and let somebody else, help others. That's what Donald Trump does. It looks to me like he puts his own personal ambitions, a lot of it, on the side. So you can't beat that. Y'all have a good one.